watching could tell that I won. Everyone knows that Alexander is an inferior fighter, and everyone sure as fuck knows I beat his ass fair and square tonight. So the judges saying I only won 4 rounds is a goddamn disgrace. Jesus Christ, there hasn't been a bigger robbery.
Tyson Fury raised the alarm about his fight with Alexander Usyk being a robbery, and even went as far as releasing some audio tapes that he claimed were leaked conversations of Alexander Usyk, his team, and the judges.
Mind games.
No, it's not an issue that affects the result of the fight. It's just a formal thing if we comply with the rules or not.
Many conspiracy theories have risen, claiming the leaked tape was doctored through artificial intelligence. Well, that hasn't been confirmed here, but the news circulating according to a reputable news source is that Alexander Usyk's team was forced into a conversation with the judges after they felt some rules were unfair to them, such as Tyson Fury's beards, the refusal of Usyk's crucifix in the corner, and other issues that seem to favor Tyson Fury.
Is it in the rules you have to shave a beard, or?
Yeah, in the rules it says, the rules say that the beard has to be trimmed so that its volume...
Truly, Alex Krasyuk, Alexander Usyk's manager, confirmed that they had conversations with WBC and the judges, but he sounded like they were just normal conversations to clarify things. Sadly, the tape says otherwise. After Tyson Fury's claims, boxing professionals have shared their takes on what they think about the issue and about claims that the fight itself was a robbery.
Fucking Zelensky himself judging the fight tonight, and if we weren't in Saudi Arabia, I would have assumed the judges were fucking intoxicated.
Though the opening 6 were often too close to call, the unified champion from Ukraine started to up the levels at the halfway stage, landing the more significant shots and applying constant pressure. The win marks back-to-back victories for Usyk in this rivalry, as well as cementing his claim as the greatest heavyweight of a generation. It is not without some controversy, however, with Fury's promoter Frank Warren taking serious issue with the cards. In contrast, former super middleweight world champion Carl Froch was ringside and said on his YouTube channel that the right man won.
But you could have never said that Fury won that fight. So there's no complaints other than Bricktop at ringside. But like I said, he's got one eye on the prize, hasn't he? But let's be honest, the right man...
Froch went on to reveal that he scored the fight the same as all 3 judges. It was a close fight. It ebbed and flowed a bit in the beginning. From round 1 until about round 6 or 7, the fight was pretty close. I was scoring it a round to Tyson, a round to Usyk. There were 3, 4, 5 rounds. I couldn't really split them. It was very close. I think the turning point was probably from 6-7. Usyk got a bit closer as Tyson started to tire, which I thought he would do. There was nothing in this fight, but the eye-catching shots did come from Usyk. I think Frank Warren is at ringside complaining that it was a robbery. He's probably watching it with his emotional glasses on, thinking that Tyson Fury has won the fight, and they'll get the trilogy. Bottom line is, Alexander Usyk won the fight. On my scorecard, it was the same as the judges by 4 or 5 rounds.
Alexander Usyk did the job this evening, got the win and retained his titles in what was a pretty intriguing fight that kind of had you sitting there watching with you. I wasn't mesmerized, but I was interested for every second of...
Lewis was in the front row to watch Fury fall short for the second time against Usyk. The former undisputed heavyweight champion believes the right man won, but he understands why his compatriot may feel like he's been screwed over by the judges. It was a good fight, Lewis told TNT Sports. I would have liked to see Tyson a little bit more aggressive and go at Usyk a bit more because he won the first fight, so it's up to Tyson to go after him and make sure he wins the second fight. I didn't hear the scoring. In terms of the winner, yes, they got it right.
I like the first fight better. This was a good fight as well, very close. You know, when it comes to heavyweight boxing and somebody's beat you,
he will feel he may have won the fight. I don't know, because I felt like he could have done more work. You know, Usyk was hitting him to the body a couple of times, getting those free shots, and those are scoring points. So I guess that's what the judges were looking at. The conversation ended with the interviewer asking, "What's next for Fury?" Lewis responded by calling on him to finally make a fight with Joshua. The two men have been dancing around a potential all-British heavyweight blockbuster for years. Even though there'll be no belts on the line, Lewis believes it's still the biggest fight of all time. He added, "Fury goes to London for the biggest fight in history. Maybe Anthony Joshua."
the first time, you gotta go after him the second time. I felt Tyson Fury should have went after him a little bit more, and it would have been a different outcome.
I thought in the 10th round he was holding and mugging him, getting good work inside. I thought that's what the whole fight would look like. Are you
Fury and his team contested, the 3 ringside judges unanimously scoring the fight 116-112 to his opponent, as they thought it was much closer than that. Boxing has a big judging problem, and Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Sheikh has tried to combat it by creating an AI judge, which made its debut during Usyk versus Fury 2.
Had it 118, 110.
Get rid of the AI judge.
Yeah.
The AI judge don't work.
Did you
But the only thing I will say is, come this way. The only thing.
Promoter Eddie Hearn disagrees with the result of Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury's second fight, insisting that Saturday's bout should have been a draw. Ukrainian fighter Usyk, 37, was controversially awarded the win on points, the same as in Saudi Arabia back in February, with all 3 judges scoring the clash 116-112 to the reigning heavyweight champion. The decision sparked fierce debate in the boxing world, as Fury claimed that his opponent was given a Christmas gift.
Draw. I thought it was very difficult to split them. Oh, fucking hell.
just got punched in the stomach by Naz?
Luckily I got a transmitter in there, otherwise I would have been down.
I thought I won that fight, the Brit argued. I thought I won both fights, but I'm going home with 2 losses on my record. There's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out. I will believe till the day I die that I won that fight. I felt a little Christmas spirit in there, and I think he got a little Christmas gift from the judges. An early Christmas gift, said Fury, who lost the first fight in May by split decision.
Since the British Museum stole other countries' shit for centuries, whatever, maybe these camel jockeys were giving me a small bit of revenge. Anyways, I'll see you guys.
Hearn, who's the chairman of Matchroom Sports, says that a draw would have been a fair result, having scored it 6-5 to Fury going into the final round. I thought it was a very close fight, he told IFL TV. I thought Usyk nicked the last round. I had it as a draw, but, there seems to be a lot of people that had Usyk the winner. I think, is that the overall? I just felt like there was a lot of close rounds. An AI judge, not included as part of the official scoring, had the fight even wider for Usyk at 118-112. Hearn agreed with Warren that Fury should have been given more rounds, though overall he was fine with how the verdict was handled.
Fury tonight.
I thought it was a very close fight.
You said 6-5 on Twitter going into the last
I
round.
thought Usyk nicked the last round. I had it a draw. But, there seems to be a lot of people that had Usyk the winner. I think, is that the overall?
I just didn't feel it was an 8-4 fight, that's the thing, Hearn said. But one thing I will say that was pleasing. All 3 judges had it the same way, and all 3 judges are high-quality judges. Steve Weisfeld and the like as well. I believe the AI judge had it 118-112 for Usyk. Again, I had it a draw. 1 round either way. I thought it was very, very close. But consistency from the judges, which is good to see. I guess we'll watch it back, but I found it difficult to pick a winner. I thought it was very close. Speaking on the futures of both fighters, Hearn agreed that a rematch between Usyk and Daniel Dubois, promoted to undisputed IBF heavyweight champion, when Usyk vacated that title to book a second fight with Fury, rather than face mandatory IBF challenger Joseph Parker, makes sense, though he cautioned Dubois about looking past Parker. With Fury unable to avenge his first ever defeat in the first fight, questions are being asked of where the Gypsy King goes next. Hearn reckons that it's time for the long-awaited Battle of Britain with his fighter, Anthony Joshua, whose schedule is free in 2025.
Where does he go from here?
Who?
Tyson Fury.
There's only 1 fight, but there's no point me. It's not the time to start calling the fight out. You don't know what Fury's going to do. Maybe he doesn't want to fight again. The one thing I will say.
Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, insists a Wembley showdown next year between the two would be a box office smash, even if both men are coming off losses. Joshua was knocked out by IBF champion Daniel Dubois in October. The reality is there's only 1 fight for Tyson Fury, and that's Anthony Joshua. It's the biggest fight in the history of British boxing, and everyone will want to see it, Hearn told DAZN. That wasn't Tyson Fury who looked finished. It wasn't a flat performance, it wasn't a poor performance. He didn't look gun-shy or like his punch resistance was in question. Tyson Fury is still potentially at the peak of his powers, just not good enough to beat Alexander Usyk.
So for me, the only fight to make is AJ Fury, but let's see.
Is that half the reason why AJ waited to see? Because obviously, and Turkey said in an interview with us, he doesn't want to make AJ Dubois next.
Yeah, I mean...
For me, AJ against Fury is the one. one at Wembley and then back out here for the Riyadh season. I will be pushing His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh to make the fight. Fury felt he had won and bitterly disputed the decision, while his promoter Frank Warren said he was dumbfounded by the scoring in the rematch at Kingdom Arena. Despite conceding 4 stones and 6 inches in height, Usyk set the pace for the bulk of the contest, showing greater skill and landing more and bigger shots with greater accuracy. Fury was outstanding as the rivals produced another classic, albeit more of a chess match than May's dramatic first encounter, and the rounds were desperately close. But the Gypsy King's output visibly decreased in the second half of the fight, with Usyk's left hand the most potent weapon of the night.
Listen, we can do whatever we want to do. What the public want is AJ against Fury. It's what they always want. And it's time to make that fight. But let's see, respect Tyson Fury, see what...
Thanks to everyone who came and supported me. We move on. We go now into a new year, and whatever that brings, we'll see, said Fury, who cut out the showboating for the rematch. The fight's done now. It's in the past. I've not got a decision. It is what it is, and we move on. I'll go home to my family. I've not seen my kids for 12 weeks. Lennox Lewis gate-crashed a Frank Warren interview as Tyson Fury's promoter fumed about his fighter's latest defeat to Alexander Usyk. Warren ranted about the result in various interviews post-fight, including one with the BBC. He said, "It's mad. Everyone who was sitting where I was sitting, and that included neutrals, thought Fury won. Oscar De La Hoya, like me, we were 1 round apart. We both thought he won it. It's crazy scoring."
Agree with the decision? No, I certainly didn't. I didn't see how one judge could only didn't give him a round from round 6 onwards, and the other 2 gave him 1 round each. I don't know what fight they were watching. A neutral was...
A split decision in this, I'm very disappointed. I know people will say I'm biased, and I probably am biased, but I temper by biasness. Lewis then abruptly joined the conversation, with Warren asking the former undisputed heavyweight champion for his verdict. He replied, "I didn't score it, but it was close. Definitely close." Warren then pointed out that one judge didn't give Fury a single round in the second half of the fight, raging, "What fight are they watching?"
Overall, a great fight.
Where do you think Fury goes from here?
There's other great fights for him out there, it really depends on Fury.
Patiently not seeing the result as such a miscarriage of justice, Lewis merely added, yeah, he should have given him a couple of rounds in there in the second half of the fight. Lewis then gave his thoughts on the future of Usyk, who could potentially reunite the 4 heavyweight belts again. A rematch against Daniel Dubios, the holder of the other belt, has already been mooted, although the British fighter must beat Joseph Parker in February 1st. Lewis suspects the Ukrainian hero, 37, who has nothing left to prove, could hang up his gloves. He said, "He can do what he wants to do. He could retire if he wants to. He could have a rematch. He could have another fight."
Whether he wants to continue or if he wants to fight on.
We know that Joshua waits in the wings. That's still a massive fight in England. After what you saw tonight, who do you think wins that fight?
I don't know. Styles make fights, that's for sure, definitely.
Former cruiserweight world champion Tony Bellew watched the fight closely, and heading into the final round, he revealed that he had Usyk ahead. Usyk round! I have him ahead 6, 5 after 11 rounds. There are some close rounds, but I can't see how he is losing this as he's pressing the fight and outlanding Tyson Fury. It's all up for grabs here. A knockdown wins this for Fury. Bellew then scored at 10-10 in the final round, making Usyk a 115-114 winner on his scorecard. Great last round, and I couldn't separate them. Brilliant chess match. I've got Usyk, but no one can complain either way, TBH. This isn't a robbery either way. Both fought their hearts out here. I just feel Usyk has done enough and outlanded and pressed the fight. While he agreed with the outcome, Bellew felt all 3 judges scoring at 116. 112 was too wide.
Quite confident. I thought I won that fight again. I think I've got Larry Holmes here. I thought I won both fights. But then again, I've gone home with 2 losses on my record now, so there's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out and do the best I can. But again, I'll always believe until...
Too wide, but I did have him winning. I understand why. It's the pressure and the consistency of his work rate that just takes rounds down, it really is. Tyson Fury is a warrior who deserves so much respect for going back in with him. After weeks of build-up, Usyk defeated Fury by unanimous decision, scored 116, 112 by all 3 judges, to retain his World Boxing Council, World Boxing Organization, and World Boxing Association heavyweight world titles at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Ukrainian landed several clean shots on his opponent throughout, and rather predictably, he outworked a tired-looking Fury in the latter rounds. But many agreed that the 116-112 scoring in favor of Usyk was unfair given how close the fight was. In fact, footage has since emerged of Fury's reaction to the defeat, and well, he was far from happy. So what did Anthony Joshua think? Well, the former two-time unified World Boxing Organization, International Boxing Federation, and World Boxing Association heavyweight champion gave Usyk the nod over Fury on his unofficial scorecard.
Yeah, aggressive on the back foot. I was on the front foot all night, yeah. Landing body and head. Listen, sometimes it's hard to score. Frank had me 3 or 4.
Joshua, who was scoring the fight for streaming service DAZN, scored the bout 115-114 in favor of Usyk, which was much closer than the judges' final scorecard. Taking to social media on Saturday night, AJ gave a one-word reaction to Usyk's win. He wrote the word respect on his Instagram story alongside the Ukraine flag. Eddie Hearn, who has called for Fury to fight Joshua at Wembley Stadium, said he thought Saturday night's contest was a draw. He added, "I couldn't split them. I thought there were so many close rounds. I really struggled to split them. It was more of a chess match tonight. I had it very close. I just didn't feel it was an 8-4 fight." Fury's promoter Frank Warren, on the other hand, was in a state of disbelief after seeing the final result.
Usyk De La Hoya was sitting there and he had Tyson winning like I did, and I think most of the people sitting where he was at.
What do you think the scorecard should have been in your opinion, Frank?
I thought Tyson won it.
By what? The same score but reverse?
Couple of rounds, at least.
Armed with what appeared to be a paper copy of all 3 scorecards from the event, Warren gave a quite remarkable in-ring interview with Ade Oladipo. "It's nuts," he said. "Did you have him as only winning 4 rounds out of 8? Very harsh. It's nuts. I don't get it, but it is what it is, and we'll see what happens in the future with Tyson." Minutes later, TNT Sports reporter JD Dyer spoke to Warren outside the ring, with the promoter analyzing each copy of the scorecard he had been given while speaking to the camera. He added, "Tyson was dumbfounded. They gave him 4 rounds out of the 12, which is impossible. I've been around a long time, and I know I'm biased, but one judge didn't give him any rounds from round 6 onwards. Look, no rounds. How can that be? That's impossible."
Comparing this performance to the first fight, what differences did you see? What did you like for Tyson?
No show, there was Tyson. There was no showboating, and he got down to business.
Same with the other judge. They gave him 1 round in the last 6, and the same here with this guy. It's crazy. I'm calm and collected. I'm not screaming and shouting. That is nonsense. Oscar De La Hoya had Fury winning by 3 or 4 rounds, and he's neutral. Usyk, who defended his WBA, WBO, and WBC heavyweight titles and extended his perfect record to 23 wins from 23 fights, had a different viewpoint. "Uncle Frank, I think blind," said the Ukrainian in his post-fight press conference. "If Tyson says Christmas gift, okay, thank you God, not Tyson. Thank you, my team. Listen, Frank, crazy man, I think, in my opinion. No problem, I won."
I think blind. If Tyson say it's Christmas gift, okay, thank you God, not Tyson. Thank you God.
Usyk, after a second victory over the previously undefeated Fury, spoke highly of his opponent. "Tyson Fury makes me strong," he said. "Tyson is a great opponent, a big man, a tough boxer. He's a good man. He has a lot, but it's just a show. 24 rounds, but now it's already history." On his plans for the coming months, Usyk added, "My next step, I'm going to rest. Today, my wife sent me a video with my little daughter saying, 'Daddy, Daddy.' I'm going to go home, rest off my phone, and close my house and look at the sky. Not think about boxing, Tyson Fury. Just rest, just play with my children." Fury likewise revealed his intention to take a break, looking battered and bruised after his latest grueling fight. Asked whether he would continue to fight, the 36-year-old said, "I'm having some time off. I might do, I might not. Who knows? We'll talk about that next year."
Thank you, my coach Yuri. Thank you, my coach Kuba. Thank you, my team. Listen, Frank crazy man, you know? I think, that's my opinion. Okay, no problem.
Frosh also praised Fury for his performance in the ring and congratulated Usyk on another win. He added, Back-to-back wins against Tyson Fury, who is one hell of a fighter. He is a fantastic fighter, but he will be absolutely devastated tonight because that's 2 losses back-to-back on the spin with the El Supremo Alexander Usyk, and I don't know where Tyson Fury goes from here. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.